friends, and welcome to another episode of Tried and Tested. A while ago we did an episode on cult favourite beauty brands, and today we are back with a version on Asian brands. This is the Kissmeet Heroine Matte Volume and Curl Mascara, and it is the revamped version of a cult favourite. And it's supposed to have a super dramatic volumizing effect. So the brush is a no clump curved brush. So it's supposed to build volume without clumping, and it's specially shaped to fit the natural curve of Asian eyes. So I mean, it is kind of like shorter, and the curve is also quite gentle. I like how it's like packed with bristles, so it'll be easier to catch the lashes and coat them. I really like how it's grabbing my lashes. Comparing my current favourite with the Heroine Matte one, I actually feel like the Heroine Matte one, the lashes are very nicely and evenly spread out, and also they're nicely evenly coated, and actually my eyelashes look fuller. And now I feel like this one looks sparse because the lashes have been clumped together. I liked it because it was very black and also because of the brush, but then now I'm looking at this one, it's also very black. And actually I feel a little bit sad because I feel like I've invested a lot of emotions in this because I've really liked it for quite a long time. Okay, now let's see how the removal process is like. I think that's one of the improved parts of this new mascara. It's supposed to be smudge proof all day and yet removable with less tugging, and that is true. It was very easy to remove. It was just like one soap and then like a couple of rubs and done. Looks like I found a new mascara! This is a heroine in my eyes. I think you gotta have like this girl doing like this, ha ha! Out of 10. You've probably seen this before. This is the K Palette Real Lasting 1-Day Tattoo 24-Hour Eyeliner. And it's been around like forever, and it's supposed to be great because this is a smudge-proof formula that doesn't budge with water, sweat or sebum, and it's one of the most popular eyeliners in Japan. Actually, I've used this before and it's pretty good, but it didn't manage to outlast my very oily eyes. I think this brush is really good because it's pretty easy to control, and you can kind of like get really fine lines as well as thicker lines if you want. Even though this says super black, it's not really like super black. I feel like it's a decent black. The amount of liquid coming out is great because like you just touch and then it just comes out, so that's really awesome. I feel like the brush is really great. It's very easy to control and it gives you great definition. That point on the end is really very sharp. It is like a little bit transparent, so you do have to go over a couple of times, but I felt like this brush was so soft, it was very easy to kind of do that without making a mess of the eyeliner. I feel like this eyeliner is really not so great for me. The edges is already smudging a little bit and like the day hasn't even started yet. But I do have extra oily lids, so I feel like I'm quite used to this already. It's actually really hard for me to find a liquid eyeliner that doesn't smudge at all for the whole day. I've found eyeliners that last for a pretty long time, but like really no, nothing that is like a 24-hour 1-day tattoo kind of eyeliner. I think this is a pretty solid eyeliner. Give it a 9 out of 10. This is the Caolion Pore Blackhead Steam Foam Cleanser, and also the Pore Tightening Cooling Foam Cleanser. They come together as a pack, and it's so cute because here it says, "Where is Pore? No more." So this is basically two types of foam cleansers in one. So the steam one heats, refines and exfoliates, and the cooling one depuffs, soothes and softens. You're supposed to use it one after the other, so the hot one first and then the cold one. So I'm assuming it's like the hot one to open up the pores and then the cold one to like seal it up, I think. That does not smell nice. It smells like this spa smell that has gone bad. If you look at it, I feel like it looks a little bit gross. I'm a bit scared of this thing. It looks very questionable. So supposed to put a thin layer on a clean, dry face, and then you are supposed to massage the areas that are blackhead prone. So for example, like your nose or this area here. It actually feels quite nice. It feels like a very thick cream. There's a prickly, slightly warming sensation that is a tad uncomfortable, but not painful. So now you're supposed to leave this on for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's been about 6 minutes or so, and currently I am still feeling the tingling sensation, and also my face feels a bit warm. So yay! Let's wash this off. It feels like it's still steaming. It's a very weird sensation. I feel like my whole face is in like some kind of steam bath. Quite shook, but like weird. But I'm also hoping that this feeling will stop soon because that feels a bit like, is something going wrong? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's time for me to use the cooling mask and I think counter it. This smells a lot better. This smells like mint. This one also applies to a clean, dry face. Actually, right now, my face feels so uncomfortable. I'm a bit worried. Yeah, I can't tell whether this is supposed to feel like this or whether I'm having an allergic reaction. That's the kind of feeling that this mask is giving me right now. It feels like really sensitive and flushed. And so now I have this cooling thing on my face and it's just so many sensations happening at the same time. Like it's cooling to the point of feeling like it's burning. So now you're supposed to leave this on for 10 to 15 minutes. It's been about 12 minutes now and my face is feeling quite cool. I'm a bit like low-key worried because my skin looks very red underneath all of this. I don't even know what I'm feeling anymore, like cold, hot, I don't know. When I touch my face like this, it feels cold, which is weird. But at the same time, like, okay, so there's two parts here that actually still look a little bit red. Now they're still feeling sensitive to the touch, so it doesn't feel like the cold foaming cleanser kind of like calmed it down. And also this part here feels a little bit sensitive as well. Results-wise, I think it's okay only considering the amount of work you have to do, and personally, I don't think it reacted well on my skin. I would give this a 5 out of 10. I am back to review my review. If you notice, I'm wearing different clothes because this is a different day, because what happened after trying out that mask was that I got a really bad reaction to it. So even though it was just a little bit red at first, as the day went on, my entire face got really red and very sensitive and actually almost kind of like felt bruised. And so I had to go and get a cream to calm down the redness. This one actually was very, very effective. So this really helped to calm it down. I also actually had to take antihistamines because the reaction kind of wasn't subsiding very quickly. Clearly, I just had a really bad reaction to the mask and it was red for about another day. I had to keep makeup off it, and also there were like all these like bumps and all that. So I think it was some kind of allergy. I mean, I've never reacted so badly to a product before, even though I have sensitive skin. So I would change my rating to like a 0. Be warned that there's something in there that could potentially set off sensitive skin. 3CE is a very popular Korean brand, and their BB cream has given them cult status due to its formula, which gives you this glowy, flawless, dewy complexion that Koreans love. So this is the 3CE Back to Baby BB cream. Smells a bit like baby. This actually feels to me like a light liquid foundation. This will give you pretty solid coverage. It has a slight cooling effect. It looks really dewy, my skin looks incredibly moisturized. It also looks white to me. The colour is clearly not right for me at all, but they only have one colour, so no chance of trying any other shade. I look so ghostly. I feel like it's a bit sticky, which I'm not a fan of. Like, it's definitely like reflecting light and my skin looks very hydrated. I don't feel like it's really evening out my skin tone, but I also kind of feel like it looks a bit dry. I can see like the cracks. Maybe because it's so sticky, so it's kind of like settling into the lines, or like I'm not sure what. I'm not feeling it. I was really hoping to like this. I would give this 4 out of 10. This is the Face Shop Lovely Me X Design My Eyebrow, which is now called Designing. It's supposed to be a very good eyebrow pencil, waxy, long wearing, and doesn't smudge or fade until you wash it off. Once it warms up, it's actually quite easy to get the product off with very light strokes. Because sometimes I find with eyebrow pencils that if you have to press too hard to draw your eyebrows, then it's harder to control. I'm really loving how much colour is depositing and also how natural the texture is. I mean, it looks a bit waxy, but also a bit powdery. The waxiness is great on parts where you have a lot of hair, because I feel like you get the color and also it kind of almost helps define the hairs a little bit. But like if your eyebrows are like mine and they're uneven, then the parts where you have less hair become even more obvious because the wax has nothing to hold on to. But if you usually use more than one brow product anyway, then it's okay, because you would use maybe like a liquid eyebrow pencil to kind of fill up the places that are a bit more sparse, and then this will do a great job on all the other places. I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. This is a Colour Cube highlighter from Sun & Park, and this is a cult favourite because it's supposed to give a really beautiful subtle sheen. First of all, I think it's very cute that it's a cube, and oh, okay, I was not expecting it to look like this. There's actually really little product in here. I'm surprised that they will highlight that there's so little product by putting in a clear bottle like this, and then there's so much space in between, and on top of that it's new, but it's only 3/4 full. It's very light. It's got almost like a bit of a cream gel consistency. I was expecting it to be a bit too silver or white, but I actually feel like it's blended very nicely into the skin, and the way it catches light is quite amazing. It's got a dewy, creamy effect, which I think is very nice. It is indeed a very subtle sheen. I think that's quite nice because it looks very natural. It just looks like your foundation is quite glowy. There's a tackiness about it that really highlights the lines. If like you don't have a problem with lines where you're going to be applying this highlighter, then I think it's great for you. But if you are going to put it where you have lines, then I don't think it's the most suitable highlighter. Personally, I would give this maybe a 6, because this is usually where I put my highlighter, so that's not going to work for me. But like if I didn't have lines around my eyes and that wasn't a problem, I would give this like a 9 out of 10. And we come to the end of the episode. If you want to find out more about the products, the links are in the description box down below, or you can go to our Tried and Tested Facebook page. And if you've already subscribed to our channel, now you need to hit that bell so that you'll be notified every time a new video comes out onto YouTube. Or just download the Clicknetwork app and you'll be able to watch the videos before they come out onto YouTube. Alright, till next time, mwah, go be beautiful!